Today, I'll tell you a story about a woman who discovered why silence is the greatest weapon you'll ever have. Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a young woman named Laira. She was intelligent, ambitious, and had big dreams. Laira worked at the village market and had brilliant ideas, creative solutions, and plans that could change everything. But Laira had a habit. Whenever she thought of something brilliant, she spoke immediately. She shared her ideas in meetings, explained her strategies in detail, and wanted everyone to know how smart she was. People listened, they nodded, and Laira felt proud. She felt important. But something strange kept happening. Weeks later, someone else got the credit. Her manager presented Laira's plan as his own, and her colleagues took her strategies. Laira felt frustrated and invisible. One day, she had a brilliant business idea, a side project that could make her independent. She was so excited and told everyone, her friends, family, and social media. "Big things coming soon," she wrote. People encouraged her, and Laira felt amazing. She felt successful already. But the next morning, when it was time to start working, the fire was gone. Days passed, then weeks, and the project never started. This pattern repeated again and again. New goal, tell everyone, feel proud, lose energy, never finish. Laira's dreams stayed dreams, and she felt like a failure. One evening, Laira sat alone in a quiet park. An older woman sat beside her, calm and elegant, carrying quiet strength. The woman spoke gently. "You look like someone carrying heavy thoughts." Laira sighed. "I have so many dreams, but I never achieve them. I don't know what's wrong with me." The woman smiled and said, "When you have a new idea, what's the first thing you do?" Laira answered, "I tell people, I share it, I want support." The woman nodded and said, "Come with me, I want to show you something." The next morning, the woman held 2 seeds and gave one to Laira. "Plant this in the soil," she said. Laira buried it in the earth. Then, the woman held the second seed high in the air and called to neighbors, "Look, everyone, this will become a beautiful flower." She placed it on a rock in the open. Days passed, and the woman watered the buried seed quietly, saying nothing about it. A tiny shoot appeared, and week after week, it grew. Meanwhile, the seed on the rock dried in the sun. Birds took pieces, and it never grew. After several weeks, a strong plant stood in the soil, while the other seed was gone. The woman spoke gently. "A seed needs silence to grow. It needs darkness. If you leave it exposed and talk about it, it dries up and never becomes a flower." Laira stared at the plant, and something clicked. The woman continued, "When you share your dreams too early, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical released when you achieve something. Your mind thinks you already succeeded, so the motivation to work disappears. Words trick your brain, but silence keeps it hungry. Dreams are fragile when they're born. Keep them quiet and let them grow in the dark soil of your effort. Work in silence, and when the tree is strong, everyone will see it. You won't need to announce anything." Laira felt tears of understanding and made a decision that night. She would stay silent. Laira chose one goal: start an online business. But this time, she told no one. Not friends, not family, not social media. She just started working quietly every evening. Some days were motivating, others were tiring. But because no one knew, there was no pressure, just her and the work. Days turned into weeks. The website took shape. She made mistakes, fixed them, and learned. The business started functioning, and she made her first sale, then another, and 5 more. When real profit came, Laira cried, feeling something she'd never felt before. Real pride, not from words, but from doing and finishing. Months passed, and Laira's business grew in complete silence. No posts, no announcements. Then one day, she quietly resigned from her job, and people were shocked. Lyra, what will you do? She smiled. I already have something. Within weeks, everyone knew Lyra had built a successful business, and people were amazed. You never said anything, they said. Lyra learned something that changed her life forever. Silence is not weakness, it's strategy. When you stay quiet, people can't sabotage what they don't know, steal what they can't see, or discourage what they haven't heard. The most dangerous people are the ones you never see coming. They don't announce, they don't explain, they just move in silence and let their results do the talking. This is true power. Think about nature. A lion doesn't announce it's going to hunt, it moves silently. A tree doesn't tell you it's going to grow, it just grows. Power doesn't need to be announced, power just is. When you stop explaining yourself and seeking approval, you become powerful. Your energy goes into building, not broadcasting. Now, think about your own life. How many times have you announced a goal and lost the energy to chase it? How many dreams have you shared too early, only to watch them fade? Choose one goal, just one, but this time, tell no one. Work on it quietly every single day in silence. Protect it like a seed under soil. Water it with action, not words. Keep your dreams close, protect them, and let your work speak when it's ready. The world doesn't need to know what you're building. It only needs to see what you've built. So next time you feel the urge to tell everyone about your big idea, pause, stay quiet, let the seed grow in darkness. When the tree is strong, everyone will see it without you saying a single word. That is the power of silence.